Okay, the next question I'm going to go over is an example of a drip factor. So before you do any kind of drip factor, you have to know the equation that you're going to use. The equation, as I showed before, is going to be your volume. It has to be in mLs. It's going to be over the amount of time that it's going to be administered, but that has to be in minutes. Again, if your numbers are not in mLs or not in minutes, you have to convert before you can do anything. And then I'm going to take that over my drip factor. My drip factor is going to be 10 drips per every ml, okay? And then that's going to give me my flow rate of how many drops am I going to get per minute. So drops per minute. So my volume, when I look at this, it says a patient with a peptic ulcer disease. I don't care about that. They have famotidine. I don't care. Genuinely, I do care, but for the sake of the math problem, we don't care. So we can scroll all of that out of there. We don't need that. They're receiving 20 milligrams. That doesn't affect my equation, right? That's not a part of it. What I do need is I don't need to care what kind it is. I don't care about every 12 hours. All I need to know is this volume here. So my volume is 100 mLs, and it says it's to be infused over 30 minutes. So those are the two things I need to know. So I'm going to cross out everything else, and I'm going to circle or highlight the important pieces. So it's going to be 100 mLs over 30 minutes. So because I have this kind of messy, I'm going to write it again. 100 mLs is the volume to be administered over 30 minutes times tubing that has a 10 drips per ml. Okay, so if I multiply across, I'm going to get 1,000. Okay, but my mLs cancel. And then across the bottom, I'm going to have 30. So if I do that math of 1,000 divided by 30, I'm going to get 33.3333 continuing. So when it says how many drops per minute, I can't give a 0.33 drop, right? So that's not going to apply, and it's going to have a factor of 33 drips per minute. Okay? So the important information that I pull out of the equation, I'm going to mark out everything else and just highlight that important information and plug it into my equation that I must memorize.